celebrations and the commemoration that will take place around our country tomorrow. Just to lastly add, I know this past spring when many in our country were in jubilation when the person responsible for taking the lives of over 3,000 people was finally brought to justice. Like many in this country as a Native person, I was also in jubilation knowing that that person finally got theirs. But my celebration abruptly ended when I found out that the code word used for that individual was Geronimo. And then I began to get deeply offended. I'm sorry, but Geronimo was not a terrorist. If anything, Geronimo was a terrorist killer. And our ancestral leaders were very strong people. And it is through them and because of them that we as Native people are here today. And just to lastly add that Geronimo, like all of our ancestral leaders and ancestral warriors, they are and will always be the true and original Homeland Security.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we hope that time will come when words in reference to our ancestral leaders will not be used again, ever. Because in our ancestral leaders, I can tell you, and especially for us coming from the Southwest, we were very much so not only insulted, but greatly, deeply offended. And it also not insulted us as Native people, but it definitely made it so especially for our Native veterans. As Native people, our population is about just under 3%. But of that percentage, as Native people, we still have the highest participation in our nation's military. And that has played out true through every conflict that this nation has been in. Native people were there during the Revolutionary War. Native people were there during the Civil War. During that war alone, over 28,000 Native people fought and died on both sides. The very document that General Lee would sign, thus officially ending the Civil War and reuniting this country, would have been drafted and was created by Eli Parker, a Seneca, who was a brigadier general in the Union Army. That is a fact of history that unfortunately still is not known. So be it known that for us as Native people, our contributions continue to play a very important role in this nation. With that, I'd like to share this solo which ties into our final performance. This song is not a traditional song by far, but if you can tell me the title and artist to the song, then I'll know how old you are. Brave enough or care to venture on the title and artist of that song? Okay, by who?
Summer girl.
Okay, I know how old this crowd is over here. Believe it or not, that song made its debut in the summer of 1968. And a lot in our country has definitely changed during that era. We can definitely be grateful for those changes, that our country has matured in a lot of ways. During that era, African Americans were in the back of the bus and could not become president of the United States. Our Native youth were still being hauled off to government-run institutions called boarding schools, forbidden to speak our language, practice our spirituality, the very things that our youth in our program are sharing with you. Our youth could not do during that era. As Native people, we were not the economic leaders that we are today. As Native nations, we have definitely come a long way. For those of you who still believe and still think that as Native people, we are people of the past, sorry to disappoint you. Just go to the Potawatomi industry, or the Ho-Chunk industry, or the Oneida Nation and their enterprises, and you will see firsthand that as Native people, we are not a people of the past. We are very much a people of the future.